Welcome to the Western region again. In this episode we will design new regional forms for this region, which is primarily based in Mexico. Chameleon is a Pokemon I've always liked, but feels quite empty to me. Almost as if it is lacking something. It has an interesting in-game gimmick, and I'm sure its presence is iconic in some other Pokemon games, but for me personally it still feels flat, like it could be more. So I researched for some Mexican chameleons to base it on, and what I found is a horned lizard, which technically isn't a chameleon, but most people think they are. And just look at it, they definitely have some resemblance. One of its many names, the fake chameleon, gave me the idea for a Pokemon that deceives people. Despite not changing colors like a chameleon, their skin perfectly blends into dry leaves and dirty areas where they live. Another interesting aspect about the horned lizard, and one of the most notorious ones, is the fact that it can shoot blood out of its eyes as a defense mechanism to keep predators away. So it basically cries blood. Let's see how we can make this little creature into our own version of Kecleon, and let's give it a new evolution too. Shooting blood from its eyes might be a bit too gory for a franchise like Pokémon, so I figured out it could just cry or act sad to confuse other Pokémon. I wanted to make this Kecleon form distinct enough from the original, while also keeping the original essence and adding elements from my inspiration, the horned lizard. Western Kecleon is a ground and psychic type because it can disappear in ground areas. This Pokemon cries to confuse their foes or predators and to get whatever they want. It can also shoot its tears from its eyes. For this Pokemon I wanted it to be an actor. Most theatrical arts and plays in pre-Hispanic Mexico were about religious things, so it fits well with the psychic type. And since basically what actors do is making people feel emotions, I made this a part of these line concepts. This event comes from Deception and Chameleon. They can make people and Pokemon feel different emotions to take it as an advantage in a battle, and they can also change their own as a defense mechanism. This line's ability is a unique one I created to fit with these regional forms. It's called Pretender, and what it does is that every turn it randomly increases one of its stats or lowers a foe's stat, to show how by changing emotions it can add power to itself or decrease power on its opponent. This line will be based on an amazing and terrifying bug, the warrior wasp, which is in the number 4 in the pain index referring to insect bites and stings. And its sting has been described as hot lava, because they say the venom feels like it burns inside of you. A very well-known wasp-like Pokemon is Beedrill, which is actually based on Asian hornets, so I'm thinking about making a fire-type Beedrill that injects lava with its sting. How cool would that be? But first we should make the pre-evolutions, Weedle and Kakuna. For Weedle, I thought it makes sense to base it on what we call here in Mexico Gusano Quemador, which translates to burning worm. It fits perfectly with the fiery element that this line is going to have. Western Weedle is a fire and bug type. Much like burning worms here in Mexico, they sneak into people's backyards. Don't touch them, their backs are full of steaming hot lava from head to tail, so you have to be very careful when you find one. Since Kakuna is a cocoon that transitions from the fireworm to the fire wasp, I figured it would be interesting if Weedle started melting into lava inside of its outer shell to transform into the next stage. So I left out some lava out of the shell to show this, and because I think it will look amazing in the final design. Western Kakuna is a fire and bug type. Its feathered body is shaping inside of its shell, which is as hard as rock, and there are parts of the shell broken from the heat of the lava forming inside. This line's ability will be Flame Body and Intimidate since they fit perfectly. Damn, I love how this line is turning out. Now, finally we're arriving into dangerous territory with the Warrior Wasp, Beedrill. It needs to look intimidating just like the real inspiration, but I'll get rid of the Beedrill's drills to focus the power on its sting. I want the stripes to resemble hot lava inside of its body, and the wings are also a lot sharper looking. Beedrill in Wesa is a fire and bug type. They are territorial and very aggressive when they feel bothered. Their sting injects the burning lava into its foes to inflict damage. I really love how this episode turned out. Leave a like if you enjoyed this video and learned something new. In the next episode we will be creating more unique Pokemon from the Wesa region, so subscribe and ring the bell to stay tuned. As always, the designs in this video will be posted in my Instagram account, so go follow me in there. If you want to, there's a link in my description so that you can get there in no time. That's it for now, thanks for watching, and see you all in the next video.